Good evening, everyone. I'm Alison. I took a communication course last semester, and my team get the highest score on final presentation in my class. I really love public speaking, and I hope that my presentation today will help you with your public speaking skills. Okay, now let's get started. First of all, who knows this guy?
Seinfeld?
Yes. His name is Jerry Seinfeld. He's a very famous American comedian, actor, writer, and producer. In his live show on Broadway, he mentioned that according to most studies, speaking in front of a crowd is considered the #1 fear for average person. Number 2 was death. Death is #2? That means if you have to be at a funeral, you'd rather lay in that box than stand there and do the speech. Yeah, it's just a joke. Because for most of us, death is so far away that we don't need to think about it. However, almost every single person will need to speak in the public at some point in their lives, such as in a conference, in best friend's wedding, or in communication course. Public speaking is so important that everyone should use and learn. Okay, so I will talk about how to prepare for your presentation. The first guideline is very simple, just to know what you are talking about. Read any information that you can find online or at your library. When you become an authority of your topic, you can deliver your ideas and information really easy and effectively. Once you master your topic, the next step is to structure your speech. The key part of designing your presentation is considering your audience. How familiar are they with your topic? Are you going to give them backstory? Do they need to be educated or inspired? How could you solve their problems? Think about your presentation as a roadmap that guides your audience from point A to point B. Once it seems clear to you, ask others to review your presentation and give feedback. A very important tip here is to use a hook or an icebreaker at the beginning of your presentation. Believe me, you don't want me to speak like, "Hi everyone, I'm Alison. My today's topic is blah blah blah, 1, 2, 3. Wait, what? No, you should give your audience a reason to listen. An icebreaker is designed to engage your audience and get them ready to hear what you are going to talk. It can be a joke, a short story, a raise your hand question, an interesting news, or some concern in your audience's daily life. Okay, here's our last point, but maybe the most important one. You know, the best strategy for public speaking is practice. Make sure you rehearse your entire speech and practice it repeatedly until it flows smoothly. However, public speaking is not recitation, so there are some aspects you really should pay attention to. One is verbal delivery. I think you don't want to just you don't want to keep talking and talking in a very dry tone to your audience. In that way, you are going to bore them. If you bore them, you lose them. So you should always practice your verbal delivery, such as the pitch and tone of your voice, the pace at which you speak, and all the pause and stress you use to emphasize a point. Another key element is body language. You should convey physical messages to your audience that you are confident, comfortable, and relaxed. So don't do this, or put your hand in your pocket. No, they are all defensive body language, and they will make you look very nervous, unnatural, and not persuasive. If you have to hold your fingers in front of you, try this. Or this. Not this. Try to walk a little on the stage. Just a little. It forces your audience to move their head, move their eyes when following you. Another important thing is make eye contact with your audience. You can look around and scan their faces. And you should also just look someone in the eye and make them feel like I'm speaking to you. In this way, you are telling your audience, you are important to me, and I want to make sure that I do a good job for you. Okay, but remember, don't stick on one person for more than 3 seconds, or it tends to get people feel uncomfortable. A very common mistake here is you stand there and watch your slides like this, so you can read to your audience what's appearing on that screen. Or you walk toward to your audience, then you turn around and walk back. Remember, you never want to turn your back to your audience when giving a speech, because 90% of your presentation is done from your posture, hand, eye movement, and lots of face expressions. The minute you turn your back to your audience, guess what? 90% of your verbal and nonverbal communication is gone. So that's why you should always try your best to stay in direct eye contact with your audience. Next, I will show you 2 ways that I always use to practice presentation. The first one is to practice your speech in front of a mirror. In this way, you can easily find the most natural way to position your hand and to make sure your body language matches the message of your presentation and your verbal delivery. The second one is to video yourself. You can clearly see, oh my gosh, I have no idea I looked like that. Watch yourself and think about what you will do to improve it. That helps you change really quickly. Next, I will show a video clip to you. It's of my team's final presentation. It was me to talk about what I've learned from the team project. Pay attention to my body language and verbal delivery.
I learned that a backbone of a successful team is the team. I really feel that we are one in this project. We all make great contributions to this project. We all have taken things together. We supported each other, and we delivered the work on time. I'm so proud to be a part of this excellence. I will keep improving myself and become a more reliable team member in the future.
Thank you. It's to the end. Okay, so did you see that? How I use my eyes, my hands, and face expressions to deliver my message. And sorry about that. Okay, so you should always make sure that you use your whole body and your face in your presentation. And next, I also love to share the slides of our final presentation to you. So I made this. It's the slides for our team's final presentation. It's very pretty, concise, and colorful. This is me and my teamwork. Isn't it cute? And this is our client. Now I also have a tip here. Never put a large number of words and sentences on each slide. As I just said, the most of your presentation should be done by yourself. You, the speaker, not the slides. when the audience is watching your slides, they are not listening to you. So it would be better to use images and just put a little bullet points on your slides, so your audience can pay their attention on you. So this shows the process of our research of the final project. See, they are all very concise, just some bullet point. A summary at the end. And this is what we've learned part. We all learned some new things from our team project. These are all for my team members.
Sorry, time's up.
And no picture. So, there you have it. Know your topic well, use a good structure, and keep practicing in a very effective way. Then you will do a good job. Thank you.
Let's give her a hand.